First, we discuss functions. Audit committee. Now, the audit committee, firstly, this is a subcommittee of the board of directors that is responsible for overseeing the financial reporting process and the effectiveness of the internal and external audits. Get that clearly. An audit committee, number one, is a subcommittee of the board of directors. So if a company has a board of directors, then that board performs its functions by establishing committees. One such committee is an audit committee. The board may have other committees like the risk management committee. The board can also comprise a remuneration committee and so on. So, audit committee is a subcommittee of the board, and the members who sit on the audit committee are non-executive directors. These are independent directors. And the main role of the audit committee is to oversee the financial reporting process and the effectiveness of the internal and external audit functions. Please get that clearly. One, in defining an audit committee, it's important to note that it's a subcommittee of board of directors. Then it's important to also note this committee oversees the financial reporting process. The financial reporting process and the effectiveness of the internal and external audit functions. That's why earlier on we learned that the internal audit function has to submit its recommendations to the audit committee. The external auditor also has to submit the report, the final report to the audit committee. Before even the external audit report is made available to the public or to the shareholders, the audit committee has to go through the report. The report is submitted to the audit committee for approval before the report is shared to the public. So these 3 points defines the audit committee. Do you understand? It is responsible for overseeing the financial reporting process in the organization. It is also responsible for the effectiveness of the internal and external audit functions. That defines audit committee. But what are the specific functions of the audit committee. One such function is financial reporting oversight. Function number one, financial reporting oversight. This committee reviews and approves the financial statements before they are issued. Before financial statements are issued, the audit committee has to review the financial reports. And the committee reviews these financial reports to ensure that the financial reporting process is accurate, is complete, and is also compliant with the International Financial Reporting Framework. Financial reporting oversight. So that is in relation to financial statements. But this committee also monitors and reviews the organization's accounting policies and practices. That's part of the financial reporting oversight, monitoring the organization's accounting practices, accounting policies, and so on. Financial reporting oversight. 2, internal audit oversight. See, candidates, I'm just drawing the functions from the definition. The second function of the audit committee is the internal audit oversight. That is to mean that the audit committee reviews and approves the internal audit plan, and work program. At the start of the accounting period, the internal audit function has to develop the plan for the year. What is the plan for the year? What is the program? What is the department going to do? And you recall when doing the key performance indicators for the internal audit function, that's what we say, that is what the internal audit function has to do. Then at the end of the accounting period, the performance has to be reviewed, and it is reviewed based on that plan. So this internal audit plan and program has to be submitted to the audit committee for approval and oversight. So the internal audit, the audit committee reviews and approves the internal audit plan and work program. The committee also monitors the performance of the internal audit function and ensures that it is operating independently and effectively, independent of management, ensuring that the department is free from influence of management. It's free to carry out this work independently and objectively and report to the audit committee. And we all know by now that the internal audit function has to make recommendations after doing its work. When such recommendations are made, then they are also submitted to the audit committee. So it is the role of the audit committee to review and discuss the findings and recommendations of the internal audit reports that are submitted to it. The third function is external audit oversight. This committee also oversees the external audit function. External audit oversight, what does that mean? Firstly, it is the function of the internal audit to select and appoint an external auditor. Selecting and appointment of the external auditor is done by the audit committee. Then the committee also reviews and approves the external auditor's engagement letter. After appointing the external auditor, the external auditor drafts the engagement letter and it's submitted to the audit committee. It is the audit committee which then approves it. Then the external auditor performs his work, or the firm performs his work. After that, the audit committee monitors the performance of the external auditor and ensures that the audit is conducted in accordance with the professional standards. External audit oversight. For risk management. Risk management. Or let me just use oversight. Risk oversight. Risk oversight. The committee reviews the organization's risk management framework and ensures that it is adequate and effective. So it is the function of this committee to monitor the identification, the assessment, and also the mitigation of key risks. Key risks. There is the fifth function in relation to fraud and errors. Fraud detection. Let me just say fraud detection and protection. Fraud detection and protection. How is it a function? Detecting fraud, preventing fraud. The audit committee reviews the organization's fraud risk assessments and prevention measures. The committee may also investigate allegations of fraud and any irregularities. You can go on and even cite corporate governance. Corporate governance. How is corporate governance a function of the audit committee? Now, the committee promotes good corporate governance practices. The committee ensures that the organization is complying with the applicable laws and regulations. So these are 6 functions of the audit committee, which is a subcommittee of the board, a subcommittee that oversees the financial reporting, a subcommittee that ensures the effectiveness of internal and external audit functions. These are 6 functions. One is in relation to financial reporting oversight. Number 2, internal audit oversight. Number 3, external audit oversight. Number 4, risk oversight. Number 5, fraud detection and protection. Number 6, corporate governance. Now, from these functions, it is easy for us to identify the merits of this committee. The benefits. What are the benefits? What are the merits? Now, from financial reporting oversight, just by the mere fact of oversighting the financial reporting processes, The committee enhances financial reporting. Enhances financial reporting, because you say that the committee ensures that the financial reporting is done in accordance with the applicable regulations, applicable financial reporting framework, the international financial reporting standards, and so on. So the committee enhances financial reporting, because an effective audit committee can help to enhance the accuracy, the completeness, and the reliability of the organization's financial statements. Two, in relation to risk oversight, we can say that the audit committee improves risk management. This committee can improve risk management. The committee can help to identify and also mitigate key risks, protecting the organization from financial loss and reputational damage. Related to corporate governance, we can state that the audit committee enhances corporate the audit committee enhances corporate governance. Audit committees can promote good corporate governance practices. This committee can also ensure that the organization is complying with applicable laws, applicable regulations, also adherence to the code of corporate governance, the various codes of corporate governance, as well as the best practices in corporate governance. The committee number 4 can improve stakeholder confidence, improve, increase, enhance stakeholder confidence. Stakeholder confidence, increased stakeholder confidence. Audit committees can help to increase stakeholder confidence in the organization's financial reporting and governance practices. Because you see, an audit committee, firstly, is comprised of independent non-executive directors who do not get engaged in day-to-day operations. These are people, individuals who are strictly independent, and if the organization has such a committee, then the stakeholders can have confidence in the financial reporting process. Stakeholders can have confidence in the financial statements, because the audit committee oversees the financial reporting process. Five, independent oversight. Independent oversight. This committee can provide an independent layer of oversight, an independent layer of oversight. And this is oversight over the organization's financial affairs and internal controls. Independent layer of oversight. That is a big, big, big merit. Demerits. What are the drawbacks? Are there demerits? Yes, anything that has advantages must have disadvantages. This committee can have a drawback of limited resources. Limited resources can be a demerit. Audit committees may have limited resources and expertise, which can constrain their effectiveness. Being able to carry out these functions, candidates, is not a walk along Kandisi Road. It is not a walk in the park. Being able to do financial reporting oversight, internal audit oversight, external audit oversight, risk management oversight, fraud and detection and protection oversight, corporate governance requires individuals who are highly qualified, who have the relevant and necessary competencies. Getting such individuals is not easy. It is a limited resource, that human resource. The individuals who can sit on the audit committee is not easy to come by. And that is a demerit. So limited resources and expertise can constrain the effectiveness of the audit committee. Let's single out time as a constraint. Time constraint. The members of the audit committee may have other commitments and may not have sufficient time to devote to their duties. There could be instances of lack of independence. Lack of independence. In some cases, audit committees or the members who sit on this committee may not be truly independent, particularly if they have close ties to management. Demerit, as we close, the fourth demerit is risk of groupthink. There is the risk of groupthink. Audit committees may be susceptible to groupthink, which can lead to lack of critical thinking and also oversight. So there is risk of groupthink. So with that, candidates, we will bring the lesson to an end. Thank you for taking time to join the lesson. We will meet in our next session. We will continue to share knowledge in auditing and assurance. Bye-bye.